Back in the saddle. Here in my family room area where it's been like a holding area, as you can see, still waiting on the garage. We're getting closer to where I need about 14 days of non-below zero temps in order to pour the 4-inch concrete into the garage and the rest of the driveway. So until then, I've still got tools in here and boxes that I'm aching to get rid of. But until then, I'm back in here. What I need to do is, you can see the wall behind there is where I walled off with my son for his bedroom. You can see that with a link in my post here, because I've been jumping around from project to project as need be, and I have so many. It's sometimes hard to pick and choose, but this one's kind of bugging me because you probably can't see. Maybe down there you can see I've got the drywall to put here. But let me flip this up for a minute. I've got this drop ceiling that I've got to take down in order to get the drywall all the way up. And what I have is this faux wood paneling. If you remember in my entry, I took that down. That was like a whitewashed wood faux paneling. This is the classic 80s brown that they've just painted over or plastered over. So I'm not sure what I'm doing in here yet. And that's kind of why I haven't started it, because I just thought I really want to do this right. I want to take my time. But as soon as it warms up, I really need to get outside, because if you remember my terrace in the back, it's going to need redone and rebuilt in order to have effective drainage. And I want to get that ready, whether I get stuff planted this year or not. I just would like to get the structural part of it done. So I'm going to be working on this until I have to hit the brakes to either go to get the garage ready once that's poured or whatever. So it's just crazy going on. The best way to stay in the know with all of this is to sign up for my free email newsletter. It just comes to your inbox, no strings attached, and only as I post. I don't send anything else out otherwise. All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to have to move a lot of this stuff. Of course, this is my shelf that's supposed to be going in my garage. It was actually in my basement at the other house with my shop inventory. But we're using it in the garage, assuming it all fits out there. But I just couldn't stand the boxes anymore, so I threw our books out on here. So we just had somewhere in less boxes. Okay, let's have at this. Wanted to also add, this is the darkest room in the house. It drives me crazy. You can see over there, there's light. This room has one window, and it's at the back of the room, and I've got only these 2 sconces as lighting. My goal is to get those lights up into the ceiling with some recessed lighting and complete that throughout. But also, if you remember from my original tour of the home when we moved in, I'd like to add a door behind us here, whether it's French doors or whatever, but just because I can't see my backyard from any other than upstairs in my house. I'd like to be able to access the backyard, not just from the side in the kitchen. There's a window over there, but there's no window to the backyard from the kitchen or here. Again, that'd be something I might tackle in the summer when it's warmer and more suitable for this. But for right now, I'm just trying to keep going. Loveliness, I'm going to have to eventually figure out how I want to get up there, so on. I've done it before. If you remember, I've taken down several ceilings in my previous home and redone them, so nothing new. It's just a labor process, and it'll be a while. therapeutic in a way, stressing in a way because I'm making a new mess. But you can see what I'm dealing with in exposed electrical. I will have to house all that stuff eventually, which again, I've done that before. There's a lot of stuff up there. I'm not sure, it's just left, cut off and left. Take that all down and at least get the wall put up and probably start near the stairwell because I want to open that up too. That's why they left it up here. Gonna have to think on that one.
Can you pull it down that way?
Maybe. Oh yeah, it's just like scissor back and forth, it'll come out. Yeah. Still want to wait on that time.
Need help?
No. Drop ceiling is down, still a lot of mess up there. You can see I'm going to have to enclose that to get that code worthy, but not going to be messing as much with this end of the room. I'm going to flip back around and try to get that wall done just to get the drywall off the floor and the lights up and so on and keep moving forward. So you can see, let's see. This was to the bedroom, and I ran up through there and unwalled that off, and then this is running over to the other one, so I'm just going to have to get them and move them up. And there is light. It's a mess. They're not in, but I'm going to have to build some housings for them. But at least I got it moved, and then I'm going to wire on to a couple more off of those throughout here, and then have to hide all the wires and such. But getting closer to putting the drywall up. It's always 2020, right? So on the other side of the wall, I had the light switch that I forgot that I needed to bump out. And yes, I got wicked hot doing this. It's like 23 outside right now. But going up and down the ladder and hanging drywall and it wears you out. It makes you warm. Anyway, so when you have... Let me back up. When I started doing this wall, I made this flush with this panel thinking I was just going to drywall over it. In hindsight, I wish I would have done something different, because now I've got drywall, this panel, and then drywall. So I'm having to move all the boxes, bump them out. Thankfully, when somebody did this, they took out panels of this paneling and drywall when they updated the electrical. So I can have access to this without having to rip everything out. But just for you DIYers, or you're interested in doing this, just keep that in mind that you do. I mean, they make things that you can bump out a box, but if this is accessible, I would rather do it this way and just have it right from the start. So, taking a little longer than I like, but almost there. She just used her words and said, what, scared. She didn't like me being up on that ladder and pieces falling, so. Taking a Lovey's moment. Right? Are you scared? No scared. Are you okay? Want to talk? Big my time, but look, there's light. Come here. What?
What?
What went? Uh-oh, you hear Ivan? Why remember? Some of her buttons need batteries, so you may not hear them, because mine does this. Yeah, that's Mama. Mama. Look, you don't want me to eat now? Mama eat? Lula already ate. What went? You want something else? You want something else? Oh, cat's playing out there. Do you have to go potty? Yeah, I think you just went potty, but let's go. This is my stopping point for today for the beginning of this family room remodel. And honestly, I'm not sure at the moment. I have either I want to go to the stairwell and start opening that up, or just go ahead and run the lights. Those are the two that I'm not sure. Definitely, I have somebody I think who's going to want all this paneling, so I need to contact them too. I also am going to be selling my drop ceiling or giving it away, whichever. And I also have one in the kitchen, so I'm like, do I go ahead and take that down and sell them both at the same time, or just unload them? So trying to make sure I make the most sense of everything as I go about this, but I will be also, I think, holding off on taping and mudding, because when I take down these panels, the drywall's there, but it's not have any joints, anything done to it. And I think that'll be a big mess, but cost effective for me in the long run to just go ahead and tape and mud and do it all at once, or maybe just work in sections as I can hang up sheets and then keep it from going all over the house. But probably going from the top down. I got to take down a bunch of nails just like I did in my old house. I got to cut down nails that are sticking out from the floor above. I'm not going to pound them out, but I had to do this at the other house too. Cut them out, and it's just tedious. So I mean, you were like, okay, whatever, but there's a lot that goes involved, and you see a quick fast-forwarded video, but this takes days. Lot to do here, and it's what I do, and I enjoy it. So feel free to ask any questions. Stay tuned, because more is coming at you. Until next time.